Hello and welcome to Denton, Texas. We're going to be doing our test drive portion of our two videos. If you are just preparing to watch this one but you haven't seen the walk around video, check that one out as well. And we're going to be driving a 1993 D350 turbo diesel Cummins with the famous 5.9 12 valve Cummins motor. And what's really exceptional about this truck is look at that odometer there, and that's Carfax verified. It is under 53,000 original miles. This truck was owned by an elderly gentleman who died, and his wife, because of his relationship to this truck, it became sentimental for her, and so she didn't want to part with it. And as a consequence, she held on to it for a number of years, and then the second owners bought it, put about 1,400 miles on it, and we purchased it from them. I'm going to do a cold start. We're going to show you all the gauges are working. Then I'm going to hand the camera over to my wife, and then we're going to take it out for a drive. So we'll start with the screen here, which I want to show. Everything's working, so you got to wait to start. This thing starts up immediately every single time, and so you can see the gauges. The oil temp is going up, the fuel gauge is working down there. It's very cold. We just drove it a few blocks from our residence, and so it's still quite cold. There's the amp meter, and everything on this truck works. Everything. I mean, it's there's taking the overdrive off, but we'll leave it on for our drive, and the AC and the heat and everything works on this truck. And let me hand the camera over to my wife, and she'll take it from here. All right. You just look around this truck, and it's just amazing. This person took such good care of this vehicle that it's almost in new condition. The exterior, the interior, everything about this truck is just exceptional. There isn't ugly on it. In fact, if you were to look underneath, you'd see there's hardly even any surface rust anywhere, because he obviously didn't drive it in the mud and the water. And it's been a Southern truck its entire life, and it has no rust. This is all original. This is original paint, original interior, everything. So I'm just kind of babying, but this thing will get up and go. So this little country road that's paved all the way, that's a nice little place to take a vehicle for a test drive. You'll probably see it in some of my other videos. And you'll notice if we go over any bumps, there's no rattles. It's very, very solid. It's like almost like driving a new vehicle. It's very well preserved. I mean, just a super nice truck. And I can only assume this guy just did incredible maintenance on it to preserve it like that, because it didn't just happen. Somebody loved this vehicle for the vast majority of its life. The previous owner bought it in, I believe it was September of 1990, where the Carfax showed 50,950 miles. So there's been about 1,700, 1,800 miles since then. I put on about 200 to 300 miles on it. Let me turn this heat off because I'm starting to bake. It's a bit nippy today here in Texas. It's very strange because we had a nice little heat wave where it was 75, 80, 85, and now all of a sudden it's back to cold. Notice going over these bumps, you don't hear any rattling. A little dip here. That's another thing I want to demonstrate to you, because all the blinker lights in the dash, that all works. The blinkers outside, all the running lights on this truck work. Like I said, when I say we have a license plate, one of the license plate lights isn't working, and one of the headlamps, when it's on high beam, doesn't work, which we're replacing here in the next couple of days. But when this thing is delivered to the next owner, everything's going to be working. The AC blows icy cold, and the heat blows scorching hot. So even the cigarette lighter works, and it's obviously not a smoker. It's all very clean in there, and just a beautiful example of a this is the first generation Cummins 5.9, and it's the last year of the first generation, the last year of this body style. And so all the little things that were needing to be worked out from 1989 when they introduced the truck have been worked out. And so this vehicle with 53,000 miles on it is hardly broken in. If you're familiar with this motor, it's the most dependable and long-lasting diesel motor in history. I mean, there isn't a truck-built motor that is better than this. Probably the one that comes in second place would be the 7.3 diesel in the Ford. But the Cummins 5.9 12 valve is number one. It's and it's a very simple engine. It's not all complicated with all the electronics and stuff. There's none of the emission stuff that chokes the life out of vehicles. And one of the advantages of a truck like this is you can get antique plates, and it doesn't have to be emitted in most states because of its age. And you can get it insured with Hagerty classic vehicle insurance, and it's ridiculously inexpensive. You'll just have to call and find that out for yourself. But there are a lot of advantages. And then from the other perspective, if somebody wanted to put this truck to work in their business and use it for hauling, you have a very dependable vehicle. I have a friend that just bought a 2-year-old Duramax with only a few thousand miles on it from the dealer, and it already went back in for some emissions issue where the check engine light was on. And this truck is not going to leave you on the side of the road because of some little computer chip that doesn't work. So these are amazingly dependable. So I think that somebody should put it to work. I mean, why spend $120,000 for a diesel truck that's going to cause problems for you, and when you can have something like this that's very dependable? Another thing is, you go online and there are people that say they get as much as 27 miles to the gallon with this truck. And I know that it said that combined between city and highway, it was 16.3 miles per gallon, but there are numerous people in Dodge forums that testify to that, so I believe that that's actual. It's how you drive the truck and how well what kind of condition it's in. So anyway, thank you for coming along, and if you care to come and see it or take it for a test drive, just give us a call. Thank you.